Hey, welcome in everybody. In this video, I'm going to be using Autocad 2024, and I'm going to create the polygons and circles pattern exercise. So to do that, I am going to go up to New, and I have a brand new spanking drawing right here. So we're in decimal units. I'm going to create a brand new layer. So I'm going to go up to the Home. I'm going to go to Layer Properties. I'm going to select this first icon here. We've done this before, so hopefully you know how to do this already. So I'm just gonna go through this really quickly. So I'm gonna create an object layer. I'm gonna turn my color to, let's do green. And then my line weight, I'm gonna use, let's use 0.3 millimeters, hit OK. I'm gonna double click on this object layer to make it current. I'm gonna click the X to get rid of this box and get it out of our way. So I'm gonna start this with, the only thing that they have dimensioned on here is a circle that has a diameter of 4. So I'm going to start with that. So that's what we know. I'm going to go up to circle. I'm going to choose the center diameter option. I'm just going to place I'm going to click anywhere just to make the center of our circle right there. And so the diameter is 4. So I'm just going to type in 4. Press enter. Zoom in a little bit. So now what we want to do is we're going to start from the circle and kind of work our way in. And then so I have a box that's inside this circle, and the corners of the box touches the circle. So I'm going to go up to my draw panel. I'm going to go to make a polygon, and it's going to have 4 sides. It says specify the center of the polygon. So if you don't see the center, I'm going to go down to your object snaps and just make sure that your midpoint and your center. I guess you need the center, not the midpoint. You make sure that your center is checked. And so now I can find the center of my circle. And then it's going to be inscribed. And the radius of my circle is going to be 2. Since our diameter is 4, our radius is 2. So I'm just going to type in 2. Press enter. And then we get that one. And then there's going to be a circle that's inside this box. So I'm going to go up to circle. I'm going to do center radius this time, and I'm going to click on the center here. I'm just going to drag it out to where it hits the midpoint. If you don't see the midpoint, again, go back to your object snaps, make sure that your midpoint is selected or checked, and then I can just click the midpoint of any of these lines here. And so there's that. And then there's going to be a triangle. So there's a couple of ways that we can do this. Actually, the one I'm going to use is, I'm just going to go up to draw. I'm going to go up to the polygon, and it says the number of sides is going to be 3. And the center is going to be, the center as it always is. It's going to be inscribed. And I'm going to select this kind of midpoint, this line up here, just kind of place that corner there. So there's that. And then we have a smaller triangle kind of inside this triangle. I think the easy way to do that is, again, make sure your midpoint snap is checked. And I'm just going to draw a line from the midpoint of each one of these 3 lines here. Hit escape. And then all we have left to do now is going to draw that pentagon that's circumscribed around this outer circle. So I'm going to go up to my draw panel. I'm going to make a polygon. It's going to have 5 sides. And the center is going to be right where it's usually, but this time we're going to do the circumscribed option. And I am going to, what do I want to do? I want to select the bottom. I'm going to make sure that my ortho mode is on. And it says, what is the circle radius, the radius of the circle? That's going to be 2. So I'm going to type in 2. And so there is our nice, awesome polygons and circle pattern exercise. All right, so then I'm going to make sure that we save this. Save it as polygon. You can save it as whatever you want, whatever your professor wants you to save it as. I'm just going to call it polygons, underline, or underscore circles pattern. Yeah, I'll do it that way. All right, hit save, and there we go. All right, so I hope that helped, and peace out.